السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقال الذين كفروا لرسلهم لنخرجنكم من أرضنا أو لتعودن في ملتنا فأوحى إليهم ربهم لنهلكن الظالمين. صدق الله العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد في أول كلامنا، اللهم صل على محمد في أوسط كلامنا، اللهم صل على محمد في آخر كلامنا. I was here, I believe, about nearly 6 months ago, and we were talking about the Palestine issue, the Palestine. And as we speak today, it has been over 200 days, nearly 7 months going on, and the Palestine issue is still continuing. Over 35,000 lives have been lost. And sometimes, as Muslims, questions arise that what is happening? We need to understand a few things. That when we study the Quran and when we study the life of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then the life of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was full of problems. Out of the 63 years that he was in this world, 61 years of his life was full of problems, difficulties, hunger, trials, tribulations, death, people passing away, his own children dying. He only saw a little bit of improvement in the last 2 years of his life. But he never saw Aqsa being liberated in his life. He saw Aqsa being liberated. Aqsa only got liberated after, in the time of Umar radiallahu anhu. Unfortunately, our situation is such that we want things to happen very quickly. We've been boycotting for 6 months. What's the benefit? Muslims are questioning. Is there any benefit? We've been boycotting for 6 months. For me and you, it's only been 6 months, 7 months. For the Palestinians, it's been 75 years. They haven't given up. And subhanAllah, as we speak today, the world has been split into two. This world has been split into two. On one side, we have the zalimeen, the oppressors, the world powers, the bullies. And on one side, you have the mazloom, those that are being oppressed. And subhanAllah, non-Muslims are standing up against the oppression of the world. Non-Muslims. As I speak today, as I was coming, I was receiving a phone call from Leeds. So the students are protesting in the Leeds University. Most of these students are non-Muslims. Standing up for Palestine. They have and statistics are showing that since the Palestinian issue has rose in the last 7 months nearly, the amount of people that have come into Islam has grown by over 50%. Every few days, somebody becoming Muslim. Every few days. So they are giving their life. They are ready to give up everything. What are we doing? What are we doing? The question is, what am I doing? Am I just sitting there, becoming hopeless? Or am I part of the situation? Islam is growing. Muslims are growing. Islam is winning. Whether we see the world being victorious today or tomorrow, the world is changing. The politics of the world is changing. The generations in the world is changing. The mindset of the world is changing. Everything in the world is changing. It's a different world. What the world was 6 months ago, today is a different world. Politics have changed. We saw what is happening nowadays in the election. It's all about Palestine. It's all about Palestine. That is a reality. Whether we like it or not. And to be honest, just a few days ago I was thinking, I have been participating in a lot of these protests, and I have seen more non-Muslims than Muslims. More non-Muslims. Our Muslims, we don't have time. Our Muslims, we don't seem to have time for this kind of things. Protesting, going on marches. Subhanallah. We still questioning, should we go or not? Should we boycott or not? We are still debating on these kind of issues. And the world, people, whenever we go to this protest, I remember just 2 weeks before Ramadan in our area, there was one march, one protest. So I was going, so one Maulana, he was there, he said, is there any point? Is there any point? I said, I shouldn't have expected this from you being an alim. And I said, subhanallah, at this moment in time as we speak, these protests, these marches have become a thorn for the enemies. Has become, a nightmare for them. They are trying so hard to stop it. What is happening? I said, it's making a difference. They can't sleep because of these marches. And Muslims are still debating whether we should go or not, whether there's a point or not. Big universities in the world, in America, in US, Yale University, Harvard University and all this, where parents are paying £80,000 a year, £90,000 a year, amongst the elite universities that bring about the next leaders of the world, the next politicians, the next presidents and prime ministers. They all study in those universities. Those students are coming out that we've had enough. If this is what is going on in the world, we don't feel like studying like this. And the world powers are confused that what has the world come to? They have no face to show to the world. They have no face to show to the world. Islam is growing. Muslims are growing. Islam is winning. The more they delay this war, the more they delay this Palestine issue, the more they continue killing babies and children, the more the world is going against them. The more they are losing themselves. When we study, we all are part of the ummah. We all are part of the ummah. And even the non-Muslims are part of the ummah of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are ummah of ijabah. We have accepted the message, and they are yet to accept the message. Hazrat Tanvi rahimahullah says that at this moment in time, I regard every Muslim to be better than me. Every Muslim to be better than me. I regard every Muslim to be better than me. And potentially, I regard even every non-Muslim to be better than me. Because I could die with Iman, without Iman, I have no guarantee. And Allah can give the Iman to that person before he dies. How many people are dying with Iman? How many people are dying? So every person, the whole ummah has woken up. The whole ummah. What we couldn't do in 70 years, what we couldn't do in 75 years, the Palestinian babies and children, by giving their life, have done in 200 days. So what is the way forward? What is the way forward? Whenever we need to do two things. Number one, give da'wah to as many people as we can. Give da'wah to non-Muslims. Many people, they feel that if I give da'wah is okay, if I don't give da'wah is okay. No. You have to give da'wah. It's not a choice, it's a responsibility. Kuntum khayra ummah, you are the best of nation. Not that you drive good cars and you live in good homes and you have good businesses and everything else. You give da'wah to other people. Allah has given the best religion. We have come into this country. We have enjoyed the NHS. Allah protect the NHS. We have enjoyed the free education system. We know how to claim all the benefits. I don't need to tell you anything. We know how to buy the houses. We know how to settle ourselves in this country. We know how to get our family across. In return, what have we given back to the country? We have what they don't have. We have what 95% of the population of this country don't have. We have Iman. Have we even cried for the person next door to me? That, oh Allah, I am a Muslim. You have given me the Quran. You have made me the follower of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The person next to me, the person working with me, the person going to college with me, my doctor, my specialist in the hospital, this person, my leader, my politicians. Oh Allah, if these people were to become Muslim, oh Allah, the world would be a different world. We are on the verge that we give that push. We cry for these people. We show them the true message of Islam. We show them the akhlaq of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just a little push and they will be into Islam. That is on the cliff that we are standing on at this moment in time. Whichever direction we push them. We push them into Islam or we push them away from Islam. They are at a cliff. They are watching what the Muslims, how they are reacting. Unfortunately, we have a very narrow mindset. We have a very shallow mindset. I am only crying that when will the non-Muslim next door to me will move out so I can buy that house for my children. Reality. Whether you will not take that house with you to the grave. How many people have bought their homes and before the house was paid off, they are already in the graves. But if one person was to come into Islam because of you, لَأَن يَهْدِيَ اللَّهُ بِكَ رَجُلًا وَاحِدًا. If one person comes into Islam because of you, better than the whole world and everything put together. Have we not looked at the bigger picture of things? Have we not opened the doors? Show them the beauty of Islam. Cry in front of Allah for these people. If the 4 million Muslims that are in this country were to do the work of da'wah and was to bring just one person into Islam, 4 million Muslims, the population of this country, Muslims, 4 million Muslims. One person gives da'wah to one person. The Muslim population will become 8 million. Population will become 8 million Muslims. Islam is the fastest growing religion, but the ball is in our court. How fast do we spread Islam? This was the mindset of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every person should come into Islam. Our akhlaq, our character, how we park our cars, how we, react on the streets, how we make noises, how clean the Muslim areas are. I went to one area, not talking about this area, another area. We go to different places. New masjid opened, and the people of the masjid are telling me that, Alhamdulillah, since the masjid has opened, many Muslims are moving into the area. So I said, who was living in the area before? They said, non-Muslims. I said, where are they moving? She said, they're moving out. I said, Astaghfirullah alladhi la ilaha illah. Is this the way of Islam? Is this the way of Islam? Is this the way of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Sahaba moved to Africa, all the non-Muslim moved away. Sahaba moved to Rome, all the non-Muslim moved away. Sahaba moved to Iran, all the non-Muslim moved away. Islam would never spread like this. Islam would never spread. Today we get happy. All apnes are here now. All our people are here. Sab apne log aa gaye. We all in the area. All non-Muslim. It is a time to cry that why are these people moving out of the area without Iman, without Islam? Something to cry about. That what have we done that they don't want to live near Muslims? They don't want to live near masajid. Non-Muslims should be happy that we want to live next to a masjid, no matter what happens. Alhamdulillah, this is a new masjid. I think this is the second time I'm here now. And mashallah, I see Hazrat Maulana and other people doing many different activities. And just today I got a phone call from some people from Leeds. He said, we phoned 2-3 masajid around the area. He said, we phoned 2-3 masajid around the area. And none of them were picking up the phone. So then we phoned you. I was also thinking, shall I pick up the phone or not? Something is telling me, please pick up the phone. Because I was on my way to get here. That's why, Maulana will be thinking, this guy is always late. I was about to come here, and these guys, people are phoning me. Now, I said, Chalo, Alhamdulillah. They say, Alhamdulillah, you're the third, fourth person to pick up the phone. Who will pick, actually, we've tried and they pick up the phone, otherwise nobody was picking up the phone. We phoned a few other masajid. So I said, what's the problem? She said, non-Muslims are standing up for Palestine, non-Muslim students in University of Leeds. I want to do something from our Muslim point of view. We want to help them. We want to show them that they are doing something for our Muslim brothers and sisters in Palestine. We are there for them. It was our responsibility which we should have done, but they are doing it for us. How many arms deal factory has been closed down by non-Muslims? They have stood on the roof, they have stood there, we are not going to let this factory open. We are ready to stay for days without food. We will just live on water. But we will never let this factory function so arms can be made, so it can go to Palestine and kill Muslims. Passion of a non-Muslim. Passion of a non-Muslim. So it's not time to become despondent. Islam is winning. Muslims are being victorious. It's time to fill our masajid. It's time to keep up those boycotts. It's time to vote for the right people in power. It's time to increase our da'wah work. Every person we meet, cry for him. Make da'wah to him. I was listening to Hafiz Patel rahimahullah, who was a pioneer of da'wah in this country. He was saying that before he gives da'wah to one person, he has cried in dua for that person more than 100 times. That's how his da'wah was effective. His da'wah is effective. Allahu Akbar. I was just telling one brother the other day that one brother came to me, I think last Friday or Saturday or something. He said, I work in a non-Muslim area and I want to give da'wah to the people of that area. I said, I will tell you one thing. I will leave one thing with you. And with this I finish. I said, some new Muslims who just newly came into Islam, they started giving da'wah to people. And they used to go to this new non-Muslim area and they used to set up a table and they used to talk to different non-Muslims walking around and everything. So as they were on their way, the distance is about 20 minutes away, half an hour away. So one new Muslim is saying to the other new Muslim that we are on our way to give da'wah. Let us make dua to Allah. Let us make dua to Allah. I make dua, you say Ameen. You make dua, I say Ameen. So they are making dua to Allah. One of the brothers, he says, Oh Allah, we are on our way to give da'wah. Oh Allah, by 2 o'clock. So they are about 11 o'clock on their way to give da'wah. He said, 2 o'clock, oh Allah, by 2 o'clock, oh Allah, 2 people should take shahada. He says, I'm looking at the other guy is saying, I'm looking at this person, he said, this guy is being very specific. Is this guy okay? He said, as we are giving da'wah, it's 1:30 and nobody has accepted Islam. And I'm looking at the time that this guy was saying 2 o'clock. 1:45, nobody has accepted Islam. I said, this person. 1:55, 2 people come, couples, husband and wife, they come. We speak to them for 2-3 minutes. 1:58, 1:59, both of them become Muslim. The person's iman, dua. Allah give us such passion. Allah give us such passion. I can see this world, this country, being a different country in the next few years. But the ball is in our court. We can make this 4 million population into 8 million. And the 8 million can make it into 16 million. But we need to become active da'is. We need to give da'wah to these people. We need to show them how beautiful Islam is, how great Islam is, how wonderful Islam is. Islam is the future of UK and Islam is the future of the world. No, I am not saying this. Non-Muslims are saying this. Non-Muslims. Read the journalists of America, read the news reporters of Canada and all these places. They are saying that we can't wait for the day when Muslims will be the rulers of this world. Because the justice, the equality, the humanity Islam gives, nobody else can give. Allah first of all give me the ability. Allah give all of us the understanding. Jazakumullah. Sorry for the delay.